Well, hello friends,
Hello.
and today we've come to Biddulph Grange in Staffordshire. It's a pretty magnificent mansion, but it's really the gardens that we've come to take a look at.
Yeah, you can't actually go into the mansion because it's private apartments at the minute.
And they're very beautiful ones, we believe, but we're going to give you a little spring glimpse around the garden, which we hope you'll enjoy. Would you like to take a look?
Let's go.
James and Maria Bateman lived at Biddulph Grange for 27 years. They created the house and garden with the help of their friend, the famous marine artist Edward Cook. Bateman spent over 20 years collecting plants from all over the world. However, he did not go on the expeditions himself. Instead, he employed plant collectors who would send back the specimens by sea. These plants and trees were brought together at Biddulph amid fantastical rockwork, topiary, tree stumps, and an extraordinary collection of eclectic garden buildings, again designed by Cook and Bateman himself. However, this fanatical obsession with the garden would almost bankrupt Bateman, and the house eventually sold in 1872 for the modern equivalent of £2 million. We now explore Bateman's most beautiful gardens. So these gardens are beautifully laid out. There are obviously, as you can see here, rock formations, but there's also follies as well. So this looks quite eerie. Got a bit of a dark passage here. I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see on the camera, but this is all man-made in the Victorian era. Yeah, this takes us through to the Japanese garden, which is absolutely beautiful, with an ornamental bridge over there. So beautifully laid out, and the colours here are very vibrant. Nice little seating area there. So there's an incredible stumpery just here, some beautiful shapes from the old pieces of wood, and up on the hill there is another little temple. Again, it's got the same vibrant colours. So this garden is actually zoned. That was the Japanese garden, but there's also an Egyptian garden which is very beautiful, which we will give you a glimpse of. Everywhere you look in this garden there is a beautiful vista. Everything takes the eye to the next space, which I think is probably the art of gardening. Some beautiful original features. I mean, the urns there are absolutely gorgeous. There's actually a geological gallery which is in part of the original mansion, and these are fossils, I believe, artefacts that were collected by the original owner of the house. So this is an Egyptian themed area. Actually got a pyramid hedge on the top, which is quite clever. And there's obviously the de rigueur stone sphinx. This actually leads through to another folly, which is like a Swiss chalet, I believe. But so much attention to detail, you can only imagine what it must have cost to build at the time. Lots of very dark atmospheric areas, and as you can probably hear, my voice is very echoey down here, but a very interesting statue just through here. This is the Swiss chalet, I guess you'd call it. It's dated 1865. Date stamp on it. This has a very commanding view down a pathway which they call the Wellness Walk. So we're just going to carry on down this way. It's one of those paths that just meanders. Lots of specimen trees, some huge redwoods there. Not sure how tall they are, but they're certainly, I would think, getting on for 100 feet in height. I have to say, this is one of those gardens that doesn't really matter what time of the year you visit, it's still incredibly beautiful. I mean, we've been in spring, summer and autumn, and there's so many different things to see at those different times of the year. I think possibly coming at this time of the year before all the leaves are fully on the trees, you actually really appreciate the structures around the garden, all the stonework, etc., which you can see so clearly. So this is another dark passageway. Actually not quite as dark as some of the other ones. This brings us back out near the lake, which sits in front of the house. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but there's an enormous koi carp swimming just underneath the surface. May not pick up on the camera, but he's a big fish. Must be getting on for a foot long, I would think. Well, we hope you enjoyed that little browse around Biddulph Grange Gardens in the early part of the year. It's always nice to be able to see it in its stripped back state. You can appreciate all the stonework.
Yeah, we can't wait to get back when the tulips are out.
Yeah, it'll look absolutely beautiful. So we hope you did enjoy that. If you did, guys,
Give us a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe and comment and ring that bell.
ring that bell. So we hope it found you well, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.